Fort Orange is located a few meters off the Sekondi fishing harbor in the western region. It was built as a trading post by the Dutch in 1642, the then Gold Coast era. With all of its history, the structure has been left to rot. I'm told it cannot serve as a tourist site. The edifice lacks the basic requirements to function as one. It took the current Western Regional Minister, Kobna Otrida-Kumensa, to have its walls painted, at least ostensibly to reform the place and attract tourists. This perhaps explains why the surroundings of Fort Orange has been kept clean, and the main entrance and the lock and key. The fort is, however, serving an equally important purpose. It has been and still is a lighthouse for the Ghana Port and Harbours Authority since the British purchased it from the Dutch during the colonial days. Part of it also serving as residence for their staff.
I quite remember about early 2000, we came for a excursion over here with my colleagues. I think either we were in class 6 or so, and we came to this place. They showed us around where they were keeping the slaves and stuff, the dungeons. And it was early 2000, let me say around 2001, 2001.
That is Ben, a native of Sekondi. He recounts the last time he visited the Fort Orange during an excursion by his school to learn about Ghana's history. His prayer is to see the place brought back to life to attract both local and foreign tourists.
I will just plead with the authorities that they should put it in use for those children coming out, for them to know the history, how our forefathers were taken outside.
One of the mandates of the Ghana Museum and Monument Board is to preserve and maintain monuments, including Fort Orange, which has been listed by the UNESCO World Heritage List since 1979, along with other castles and forts in Ghana. The Western Regional Director of the board, Kwesi Esau Blankson, says it will cost the Regional Coordinating Council and its partners about $30,000 to invest into getting the fort function at the optimum level of a tourist site.
If you're looking at what you need to sink in, you may be looking at about $30,000 or something. Because you need television sets, you need public instruments that you can use for entertainment, you can use for education, you can use for things that will bring people together, events. You need a lightning to go on, you understand, and you need constant adverts to go on, and you need constant events, and events don't come with. So if you decide, let's say 1 year, you want to put it down, 1 year to market Fort Orange, you know how much will sink. Even $30,000 is not enough. It has historical significance, and that is enough to attract people to the place. And so it didn't have certain facilities, such as washroom, a sitting area, a reception. Sometimes you even need a place for them to find water to drink, and souvenir shops and all that. Those are additions to make the attraction visitable and attractive. In some cases, you even have a first aid kit in attendance. You should have fire extinguishers and all that. You understand? So those also are some of the things that are needed currently to fix the place.
History has it that Fort Orange, which served as a lodge for the Dutch in the 1670s, suffered several attacks. One by the Hunters in September 1694 is one that comes to mind. It was remodeled to become a fortress by 1704. For Fort Orange to really shine, the Ghana Tourism Authority must play a lead role, and the Western Regional Office of the Tourism Authority says it is fervently working at it, together with the Art Department of Takoradi Technical University the Ghana Museum and Monument Board, as well as the Western Regional Coordinating Council, RCC. Henry Yellowdoor is the regional manager of the Ghana Tourism Authority.
I know for most people, when you say a tourist, the tourist they know is a white man or a colored person who is coming. But we're all tourists because we've been encouraged to discover places of interest around us. And if you look at the fort, this was an old edifice that was used as a base and later as a trading a place that has been handed over to us. So a lot of people are not even aware of the history of it. Then the things that we intend collecting, it may interest you to know that the youth these days may not even be aware of the history of the place, Sekondi, and particularly the European city. These are things we intend to document and put in there. And that is supposed to encourage even those who are from here to be able to travel there to discover. So we are sure that with the current sensitization that we are doing, and aside the domestic tourism drive that we are currently doing, we are also looking at forming, we already have clubs in schools, where we are encouraging the youth at least to form these travel groups that will do the facilitation to enable them go around.
The Ghana Month is expected to begin a drive to revive Fort Orange with lots of activities. So the next time you are in the Western region, consider paying a visit to Fort Orange. Reporting for Assassin News, my name is Isaac Hughes.